Shame. 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 Shame.
What's going on, you guys? Theo here with the big review, back yet again with another King of Fighters All-Star video, and today we have a ton of news to go over. We have some new in-game events, we have a new Netmarble official video that was released late last night that gives us some pretty exciting information on the future of King of Fighters All-Star, as well as some potential leaks, and then we are going to be taking a look at the KOF 15 trailer because it is a banger. But before we get into all that, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe. Speaking of subscribers, I do want to quickly let you guys know, yes, of course, I noticed that we have broken the 1,000 subscriber mark, which is the official big milestone that we had set for ourselves this year. Thank you guys so much. It is beyond me how we got here this quickly, but thank you guys for making this community what it is. I am so thankful for all of you, and I know I say that a ton. You guys are probably tired of hearing it, but I appreciate each and every single one of you who like, comment, share, subscribe to this channel. That should be pretty obvious by now, but the sheer amount of time I put into the comment section and so on and so forth. But thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for everything that you do for the channel. Now, there will be a sweepstakes or an event for this milestone. However, I am planning that for next week, so stay on the lookout for that. Part of that is because we currently still have a giveaway going, so for those of you who have missed that or may be new here, check out the description. There will be a link that will take you to a video in which you can get all the rules in order to enter in for the giveaway for that $25 iOS or Google Play gift card. You have through tomorrow to enter, but I just wanted to take a moment to thank all of you guys because that is a huge milestone for us, and I will be doing a video on Sunday that'll just be a channel update video. I won't be posting it anywhere. I won't be posting it on the forum or on Reddit or anything like that. It's just going to be a video for you guys that are subscribers here on the channel to kind of give you updates on the channel and to thank you guys for everything. So we'll be talking about all that on Sunday, so stay on the lookout for that. But let's go ahead and get into today's news. So first thing I want to talk about is this Carnival event. So as you can see here, this Carnival event's going to be around for 6 days, and it is going to have a mileage track, and basically, depending on how many points you accrue over the next 6 days, you'll unlock the corresponding items. The way you get these points is just basically doing daily things, so these are things that you're normally doing most of the time anyway, but right now for doing them, you get these points, and depending on the difficulty or the tier that you're in, you'll get more points, and then you'll be able to claim these rewards. Now, as far as the rewards themselves, there's not anything here that is super crazy. I would say the most exciting things here are going to be the capsules and the hammers. The reason for that is because these imprint stone boxes are actually 1, mystery boxes, and 2, it is going to be an HP mystery stone box. So basically by that, what I mean, if you take a look here, you're going to see for the first effect on all these stones, they give HP, so you won't be able to get attack or defense or so on and so forth for your favorite characters. So if you're a player that is, say, a low level or you're new and you're afraid that you're not going to be able to get through this entirely in 6 days because you can't get through the higher difficulties or the higher tiers of some of those different modes, don't worry about it. Just try to at least get to these hammers and you'll be fine. I don't think you're genuinely missing out on anything past that. So yeah, it's nice that they did this. I always like when they do these types of things that just give you extra things for doing things you're already doing normally. But beyond that, there's really not a whole lot of value here, at least in my opinion. Like I said, the capsules and the hammers are the biggest selling point for me, but I know a lot of people have trouble getting these guys here, so you'll get a mystery box, should hopefully give you something you need. But let's go ahead, talk about these in-game shop items, because I know these have been around for a few days, but I hadn't gotten a chance to cover them considering the fact that I've been covering nothing but collaboration news for the past couple days. But when it comes to the special ticket package, basically for 800 rubies, they are giving you a infinite battle ticket, a league battle ticket, and a guild raid key. and you can buy it up to a maximum of 3 times. This is an easy skip. Don't buy these, especially with a collaboration around the corner. This just isn't worth it at all. Now, even if there wasn't a collab coming, I would still not recommend it, because if you're wanting to do extra runs in League or Infinite Battle, you're better off just doing it the normal way as opposed to buying this. I don't see a lot of value here. The value proposition just isn't there, so I would not recommend it. Just pass on this guy. It is not worth it. Somebody had asked me about it the other day, so I figured I would let you guys know, but it goes without saying, it's not worth it. So let's go ahead and jump into this Netmarble official video that was released last night, because there's actually a lot of exciting stuff going on here, especially for those of you who are high on PvP. You're going to want to hear this stuff, so let's check it out. First and foremost, I want to talk about the fact that the past couple of weeks, especially the past week or so since we started getting rumblings of this next collab, it is interesting how Netmarble has shifted the way that it markets this game. If you guys haven't noticed, Netmarble has been doing a lot more to hype up events coming up in King of Fighters All-Star, but it also seems like they have been doing a lot to be more transparent and bring us more updates as developers. So bridging that gap between us and themselves is something a lot of people had always complained about. So the fact that we are getting things like this alone is a huge shift and a really nice sign for the future. Now, I don't know if they hired somebody new in marketing or what, but if they did, that person needs a raise, because they are doing a fantastic job lately. But there's a lot of stuff to take away from this, and it's all very positive. So, what we're going to talk about here is a couple different things. Now, first and foremost, 2 details that are going to be in the background, and I'm going to show you guys screenshots here, but basically, one of the 2 things that we see from kind of background images that are potential leaks are going to be, as you can see here, Mei Tenkun is in the background of this video, which does mean that we should be seeing Mei Tenkun at some point in the future in King of Fighters All-Star, which could potentially also mean that we might be also seeing other members of Team China, hopefully meaning that Shuni will be added into the game in the near future as well. So that'll be something to kind of keep an eye open for and to check out later on. But another big thing that was potentially leaked in the background here is this image. Now, what this appears to be is a 7 Deadly Sins banner, potentially the login screen for the collab. So more fuel to the fire for the 7 Deadly Sins potential collab that we might be getting. The evidence is just mounting every single day for that. So I think at this point we can safely assume it's going to happen. However, that is not anywhere near the biggest news in this. The biggest news and what this video is predicated upon in the first place is going to be possible rollback netcode in King of Fighters All-Star. That's right, the benchmark at which you point to for netcode in fighting games, rollback netcode added into King of Fighters All-Star for PvP. This is enormous, guys. For those of you who are not fighting game people, when it comes to rollback netcode, it is considered to be the best possible netcode that you can get as a developer for your games. The fan bases across the globe, when it comes to any fighting franchise, love rollback netcode. They demand rollback netcode. Rollback netcode you see currently with, like, for instance, Guilty Gear uses rollback netcode. They recently had a beta for that game. People loved it. Rollback netcode is something people demand at this point when it comes to a new fighting game release. It is considered a must-have, and the fact that we are getting it in a mobile game is huge news. I don't know of many games out there that use rollback netcode from a mobile standpoint, so the fact that they are working on this shows that they are invested. It shows that they are going to be trying to make this game as best they can, and I am excited, and anybody who is PvP focused should be over the moon right now, because that means you shouldn't be having frame rate dips, you shouldn't be having disconnection issues, you shouldn't be having lag issues. If they unveil rollback netcode and you are having any of those issues whatsoever, at that point the issue is probably on your end, because rollback netcode is as good as it gets. So this is something that a lot of people thought would have been a pipe dream and didn't even consider because they didn't think anybody would ever even consider putting it in here. But the fact that they are going to be doing it, they don't give us a time frame, they don't necessarily give us a release date. However, being that tomorrow's live stream is potentially going to be focused on PvP in general outside of collab stuff, then we might actually be getting more information tomorrow, and this could potentially just be them trying to hype up that potential kind of announcement. So that is big news, guys. For all of you who have always complained about the netcode with PvP, you're about to get hopefully a solution to it in the near future. And again, for all of those guys that are PvP focused out there, because I know that PvP has a huge fan base, you guys should be really happy, and I'm really happy for all of you because it could not get any better than this. This is what we've been waiting for, really, genuinely. And again, I think that for those of you who give this development team so much trouble, this is a huge thing. And it's one of those things where, yes, this team does make mistakes. It's a real small team, though, and they try their hardest, guys. I mean, this is big. This is really big, and I could not be more thankful. And I don't even play PvP that much. So for me to be this excited, I can tell you guys right now, if you're a PvP guy, you should be hype. Now, the rest of this is pretty much them hyping up tomorrow's live stream. As you can see here, Nee is going to be taking a look at the poster for the upcoming live stream and basically trying to hype us up for it. He's going to be taking on Zamta in PvP tomorrow, so that'll be pretty cool to see. I'm sure they'll probably be using new characters, and that'll be part of kind of why they're doing this, but still kind of weird to me that Zamta, of all people, is for the... It's weird, but whatever. Anyway, let's take a look at this KOF 15 trailer, because it is hype.
Yashiro 7カセ ムキになるなよ。もらいよっとよっとおとなしく寝てろよか。まだこれでしまいだ。絞れろ。ほらいやほらいってほらおとなしく寝てろ。よっいや耐えられるか。まだこれでしまいだ。ほらこっちだ。ほらいやそろそろ終わらせっか。ほらからのKOF 15楽しんでる。
Alright, you guys, this is some cool news. So, Yashiro is officially back for King of Fighters 15, and if you can't tell, I'm hype. Reason I'm hype is not even necessarily because of the trailer itself, it's more so what this trailer could also indicate for the future. So, basically, with Yashiro being back, we can now assume that the events of the King of Fighters manga, as well as the King of Fighters 14, which if you haven't read the manga, read it, it's great. And if you haven't played King of Fighters 14, I do highly recommend it. But due to the events unfolded in those two things, we knew that we were probably getting both Chris and Shermie and Yashiro, all of them back at some point in King of Fighters 15. Whether they were going to be playable or not, or what role they were going to play, we weren't sure, but this confirms that. Yashiro himself is looking great. It's looking like they brought back a ton of his classic moves, but he also has some new stuff in his bag of tricks in this trailer. So overall, this trailer, extremely exciting, not just for the fact that Yashiro himself is back, but for those of you out there who are Shermie fans, I'm sure you're hype right now. So let me know in the comments section what you guys think. That's going to be today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Like, share, and subscribe if you did. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Game